Drealoth is the chaos god of fear, cowardice, paranoia, and self-preservation. His sacred number is 13. In a galaxy of endless war, where horrors beyond imagining are a daily occurrence, and even the greatest and most secure civilian can become little more than collateral damage at any moment, where one slip of the tongue can bring assassins and inquisitors to destroy all that you love, where an entire race travels the stars, fleeing the inevitable consumption of their souls, where a rift of extra-dimensional wrongness cuts half of the galaxy off from the only safety they have ever known, where the only thing keeping a fresh conscript from fleeing in terror before the monstrosity barreling towards him is the Commissar's blade, fear is the true ruler of the galaxy. And from this fear, Drealoth is born. Drealoth is simultaneously one of the most powerful Chaos Gods and one of the least effective. Drealoth is fed whenever anyone fears for their lives, and in a galaxy where there is only war, Drealoth is constantly glutted. However, as the manifestation of all fear, Drealoth is himself a paranoid coward. He is too afraid to invest any portion of his essence into the creation of demons, unless it is absolutely necessary for his survival, as he fears the betrayal of any potential servant. His influence claws at the minds of virtually every soul in the Imperium, but he almost never uses it for any schemes, for his anxiety is far too crippling for him to risk failure. Still, Drealoth has little need to influence the mortal realm directly, as the galaxy does more than enough to spread the fear that sustains him on its own without his help. Yet, with the exponential increase in fear throughout the Imperium in the wake of the Great Rift, Drealoth is beginning to flex his muscles, not out of any newfound bravery, as that would be anathema to him, but out of growing reaction to how the fear that feeds him is adapting to the new state of the galaxy. He is the embodiment of the fight-or-flight response, and as the desperate souls in the Dark Imperium have nowhere left to fly, they are leaning more and more towards fight, and Drealoth's thought process is reacting accordingly. Drealoth is the direct nemesis of Malal, or Malice depending on which name you prefer, whose focus on chaos' self-destructive nature is directly opposed to Drealoth's need for self-preservation. The actions of Malal or his servants, the Sons of Malice, are one of the few things that can rouse the God of Fear to action, and those actions are so thorough and devastating that it is likely the reason so little evidence of Malal's existence survives, rendering the stories of Malal to little more than an unconfirmed rumor to even the most informed inquisitorial scholars. Drealoth's followers are few and far between. He rarely trusts even his most loyal followers enough to bestow any blessings upon them, for fear of betrayal. However, his realm is guarded by a force of Chaos Space Marines collectively known as the Dread Legion. The Dread Legion is not derived from a single chapter or legion, but a collection of Astartes whose normally unshakable bravery has been found wanting, and have fled into the Eye of Terror alone. Those who survive its horrors through cowardice can eventually find themselves wandering into Drealoth's realm, a barren wasteland of complete and total darkness, with absolutely no shelter, no cover, and nowhere to hide, save for a structure known as the Screaming Fortress. Here, the cowardly Astartes will encounter others of his kind, who in their own fear will gun him down on the spot unless he immediately begs for his life. If the Marines manage to calm themselves down enough to recognize a kindred spirit, he will be taken in and brought into the Dread Legion's ranks. Normally, the Dread Legion acts purely as a defensive force for their god and master, but lately the nightmares of psychers throughout the galaxy have been plagued by nightmares of warriors in yellow armor, screaming paranoid accusations at the galaxy and burning it to the ground before it has a chance to hurt them.